おい、権次どん、お前親戚におめでたがあるから今日一日お暇いただきますって言ったのはいいがな、こんなにおめえ遅く帰ってくるとは思わなかったよ。おめえが一人いねえってと困らな、他の若い衆が急に忙しくなっちまって。どうも申し訳ございませんでした。早く帰ろうと思ったんですがね、この雨でござしたんでね、どうも手間取っちまいまして、申し訳ございませんでした。自分の部屋に戻ってきた権次が、嫌な殺生したい。思い出しただけで寒気がするが、気のせいかな、それともはばかり行きたくなったのかな。よし、立ち上がりますと言うとそのまんまはばかり。こういったような女郎屋の便所ですから、あんまりにやかなところにはないんで、廊下の外れ薄っ暗いところをひょいっと曲がった場所だ。商売が商売ですから3つこう並んでいる。その真ん中の一つ、取って手かけて開けようとした途端に中からこら、どうもすいません、失礼しました。それじゃあってんで一番手前の戸に手をかけた途端にこれはどうもすいません。おいらんかご親族でございますか。どうも申し訳ございません、失礼いたしました。とって一番外れの 接近に手かけた途端に中からまた
All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're here now. We are on the new microphone tonight, so you might notice it's a little bit louder. You might notice a couple other differences, but overall, should be pretty good. Shouldn't be too loud, shouldn't be overly compressed or anything like that, so. What's up? Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Just needs to be a little bit louder in my own ears, but otherwise we're good to go. It goes he. I don't think it does. But yes, I'm happy to be here. I had a really good time on Monday night, coming back after a while. You know, most of the bruising is cleared up now. But I really wanted to try that game because it looked super interesting. So I wasn't like sad because the way the stream turned out, because I know that that's just kind of how I do. Sometimes I just be yapping out here. I really do. But I really wanted to try that game. So how about we actually give it a shot tonight, hey? And I turned this damn music down. Because that was still at like 58%, which is too high when I'm trying to yap over it, dude. Hey, no problem. No problem, monster. We're chilling. What is that icon you have called Share the Love? What does that mean? This lovely badge was earned by users who shared their favorite Twitch clips in February 2025. Okay. Hey, what's up, Future? Long time no see. Yeah, you probably saw my unfortunate injury. We got some new glasses now, and they're actually anti-reflective, so you can't see like every single thing that's on my front-facing monitor in them. So definitely an upgrade there. I have another pair coming in as well. I was talking about oh, you didn't see it? Here, I'll show it really quick. I talked about it on Monday night, but I'll show it. So basically I just slipped and fell. There's no cool story. There's no interesting story. I literally just slipped and fell like a dummy. So this was what it looked like the night that it actually happened. And then let me just get all three of these in one shot here. Okay. So this right here was the night that it actually happened, right there. So pretty decent knot and some large cuts. And then this was a couple days after. It literally looks like somebody spray painted my face yellow, and then I had a really bad black eye. And my glasses snapped right here. But not only did they snap, this lens skidded across the floor, the wood floor of our kitchen. So it was fucked up and I could barely see out of it. That was part of the reason why I didn't stream for a while. I just wanted to make sure I was good, you know? So anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So anyways, I go to the eye doctor because a few days after this happened, I had a pretty bloody pupil, which you can't really see anymore, but it was kind of in this area. I had a little bit of a bloody pupil going on. So I was like, well, I should probably get this checked out anyway. And I was due to get new glasses and get my shit measured and do all that regardless. So I was like, okay, let me get all this knocked out. Let's do this. So got there. Thankfully, everything was fine. No major issues there. We're good. But my vision got a lot worse than I thought. So my prescription is very, very different. And because my left lens was fucked up, I could barely see out of it. Yes, I did win. Oh, there's no question about that. You think I would be here? If there was any doubt? You think I couldn't save face? I'd be hiding in my frickin' bunk. Just kidding. Anyways, I want to say shout outs to Vision Insurance that actually like came in clutch big time. Ugh, my shit's like... It actually came in clutch big time because the bill that they were getting ready to show me, I was like, no fucking way. So for the overall eye exam, the pupil dilation, which apparently they have like a new laser method for like dilating pupils, but I opted out because it was like going to add an extra decent amount of money to the bill, and I don't like the idea of any lasers fucking impacting my eyes. Look, unless I'm getting LASIK eye repair surgery, I don't want any fucking lasers on my eyes, okay? Keep that shit away. I don't like just the sound of a laser. Anyways. So, after I had the eye exam, the dilation, chose the frames that I wanted, told them to do like anti-scratch, anti-reflective, like all the additive shit that I wanted on the frames. The bill without insurance would have been $586. So my insurance kicked in really heavy, and it covered like 86-87% of the bill. So I only ended up paying like $85, a little over $80 out of pocket. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take that, dude. I was like, fucking shout outs to actually good insurance. Holy. Crazy. What about lasers coming out of... Dude, that would literally be bat chest, dude. That would be so bat chest if that was real, dude. I would get chills the way that I haven't gotten chills since Disney's Marvel's Avengers Endgame hit the theater circuit, dude. That would be the last time I would have gotten chills so intense. It's too intense, okay? Too intense. Anyways, so yeah, here we are. When I ordered the frames, they were like, oh, it's going to be like 10 to 14 days. Not business days, like 10 to 14 days. So probably 2 weeks. I was like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, man. Yeah. Whenever I'm in your stream, usually I'm kind of working on stuff because I'm salaried, so I'm not really like bound to a schedule. But that also means if somebody higher than me hits me up and is like, hey, can you have this thing prepared for tomorrow? It could be, you know, by the time I've clocked out or not. It's okay. I was lying. Well, dude, you just had me fucking going and you just had me talking in circles right now. Looking an absolute buffoon. What's up, Shadow Man? Anyways. Yeah, I'd fucked up my glasses. Fucked my head up big time, but we're good. We're like 95% healed. Got new glasses. The lady was telling me like it's going to be 14 days or some shit. I'm like, is there any way that I can like pay a little bit extra and kind of expedite that? And she looked at me like I just asked when the fucking aliens were going to come down and just fucking smite everybody. Like she gave me the weirdest look in the world. So I was like, okay. Clearly that's not something you've ever been asked. Okay. I was like, can I have my prescription? And then I'll just go online and try to get some other frames faster. And she was like, yes, you can have that. So they gave me that. And I went to Zenny Optical. And I paid like $60 and I got, you know, rush shipping or whatever. It took like 3 days. And that's what I'm wearing now. My ones that I actually got at my eye doctor have still not come in. So they may be a little bit different. Like you walked into a Jamaican restaurant and asked for food. I didn't just ask for the, what is that beer that they really like there that has like the X's on it? It's not Dos Equis, is it? It's like the bullet shaped bottle with the... man, I used to watch this show. There was like this old TV channel called Mojo, and they had this show called Three Sheets, where basically this comedian guy, he would travel to different... Yes, Red Stripe. Yes, Red Stripe. As soon as you said it, I was like, yep. I didn't just ask for Red Stripe. But he would go to different regions and different countries, and he would try to basically learn their culture as far as alcohol and bar lifestyle stuff. So he went to Jamaica, and everywhere he went, every bartender was trying to give him a Red Stripe. So that's why yeah, anyways. That was a long time ago. That channel's been defunct for like 13 years. This was when the term HD TV was like brand new. Like you had that one channel that was owned by Mark Cuban, HD Net, and there was like Mojo and a few other channels, and it was like this illustrious 720p HD TV channel. It's like, whoa. You go there and you can like see the fucking, you know, actually decent colors, and everything wasn't 4:3 with the black bars on the side. It was crazy, dude. That was a long time ago. Anyways. Exactly, yeah. Red Stripe is like so ingrained into their culture, much like Guinness is for Irish people. It just is, dude. But yeah, have I heard or played Still Wakes the Deep? I have not. That sounds very similar to a game I played where you were running through the woods and you had to be, like, it would actually detect your mic and you had to be silent. That was called Silent Breath, though. So anyways, you know, long story short, we got all that shit taken care of. I don't know what it is about me, guys. Maybe this is a really bad thing that I have, but I just, like, don't go to any appointments unless I need, like, absolutely need to. It's probably a bad habit. But, you know, I figure, much like, you know, other things in life, if you don't feel that anything is wrong and you like, why would you go? But that's probably a bad mentality. Yes, it was kind of like a found footage horror game. Like you started as someone holding a camcorder in the middle of the woods, and then these like 5 effigies of like people being burned would show up, and then it would instantly switch to night, and then you would have to escape like a bunch of demons and stuff popping up out of nowhere. But yeah, I just figure, hey, if I'm feeling good and nothing's going on, why would I go to an appointment? But that's probably bad, because that means that like there could be some shit going on that I don't know about, but I don't know. No, it was actually called Silent Breath. Let me see. I think I still have it in my library because I couldn't return it. Yes, I do still have it. The brand new RPG is called No Skin. Literally, that's the name of it. So I will show you what that looks like. Hey, what's up, Wang? Wang in my zipper. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. To be fair, you haven't seen me in a while either, so. Okay, so I showed the trailer. I'm going to show the trailer one more time, and then we'll get into some interesting stuff here, so. So here is the trailer for the game. I already bought it. It's already in my library, so we're just going to give this a shot and see if it's any good. Oh, shit. Looks cool, huh? I mean, when I say brand new, I mean brand fucking new. This shit came out 2 days ago. 48 hours ago. But yeah, Lariat, I don't know if you've ever been here for one of our Nightmare Fuel segments, but there's going to be one quick one before we get to the game. I was wondering if I was slacking or if you just haven't been live. I seen yesterday. I have not been live for 2 weeks. That much I will say. So, just told the whole story. I won't tell the whole story again. But TLDR, slipped, hit my head on the kitchen floor, fucked my eye up, fucked my glasses up, went and got an eye appointment. They said I was good. Had to get new glasses. I'm wearing one pair of them right now. That's all you need to know. I was gone for 2 weeks because there was some other stuff going on, but really I kind of, before I even realized it, I just kind of needed a break. And I'm very lucky in the sense that I don't necessarily rely on streaming as like an income source. I'm very lucky in that sense, but at the same time, I also have a tendency to burn myself out because I just do it way too often. So I don't want to burn myself out because I still love doing this. Even after how many years I've been doing it, I still love it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a couple weeks, chill out, and just take some much needed time away from Twitch. So I haven't been watching too many streamers. I've mainly just been chilling and watching some YouTube and working on some YouTube stuff in the background and getting stuff uploaded. But I'm back in the full swing of things now. I feel really good. So no problems there. So now the video that I want to watch is disturbing Reddit posts or disturbing Reddit threads. Bridget got a mean right hook. You learned your lesson. I know, dude. I will never talk shit ever again. Fucking clocked my ass. Okay, Twitch. That's just a joke. Okay. Stampede_G is not making light of domestic abuse. It was simply a joke. It was simply a tee-hee at my expense. That's all that was, okay? So if anybody from Twitch is watching, don't clip this, please. Okay. So I had the video up earlier, so let me scroll through my shit. 5 most disturbing Reddit threads. So here we go. Without any further ado. Oh, that was the weakest snap ever. You know what? I'm going to click it again. Oh, God. That was so fucking delayed. What the fuck, dude? My OBS immediately said encoding error. My PC shit itself as soon as I clicked the button. There we go. That's what we want to fucking see. Come on, dude. What is this bullshit? The G stands for grandpa for real. You know what's funny, though? And I promise I'm not saying this in like a glazing type of way. You know, YOLO is like, dude.
It's 2015.
I'm going to just say it. Appreciate that, Wang. I'm going to just say it, YOLO. I don't care if you're going to like pause me or whatever. I hope that I still look like as youthful as you do when I'm your age. Not even that you're like significantly older than me, but like you certainly don't look your age. Obviously, I mean that as a compliment, so you shouldn't have to pause me or anything, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's not a pause. It seems like anytime I say something like that, everybody's like, oh, clip that shit, clip that. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like the most basic compliment. Anyways, Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, if you didn't tell me your age, I would have definitely said, like, I don't know, 34 at the absolute top end. So, all right. So here we go. Nightmare Fuel segment. This is a shorter one, 28 minutes. It's not an hour-long epic or anything. Yeah, the chat fills up with Ayo and the fucking flushed and the fucking, sussy, whatever kids are saying these days. Sussy baka. Is that what the TikTokers are saying? I don't know. Leave me out of it.
A Reddit user named Bangarang made a deeply concerning and odd post on the site reading, "Need $700,000. What do I do?"
Yeah, no Diddy. That's what they all... When I was 34, they thought I was 25 and 26. I'll roll with it. Yeah, dude. Like, you just got like good genetics in general. Stamps infected. I'm not infected with brain rot. No, I'm not, dude. Okay. So I'm going to have to move my shit because this is going to be a lot of Reddit screen grabs and shit. So let me move my shit ever so slightly higher so I can get out of the way here. I got some feedback from the community at large. Maybe Dude Core was a part of it, and I respect Dude Core. He's a good dude. You guys might have seen we kind of chill out in voice and talk about music and shit sometimes. But man said my camera was too big, and I agreed with him. It was way too damn big. All right. 5 most disturbing Reddit threads. Let's get it.
Need $700,000. On November 6, 2015, a Reddit user named Bangarang made a deeply concerning and odd post on the site reading, "Need $700,000. What do I do? I need it by January 2016 or I'm dead from the mob."
Dude, r/sad boys. Hey, if you guys ever want some like over-the-counter depression fuel, go to that subreddit. Holy fuck. It will. Like, if it just for whatever reason, if you want to be ingrained in that, it's wild, the shit that gets posted there. Unbelievably crazy. Crazy messaged me saying he came back with the milk. So crazy. Oh my God. Is he making a dad that went to go get the milk? Oh my God.
What are my options?
What an insensitive
now,
guy.
If this was posted in subreddits like r/advice or r/helpme, people would have taken it more seriously. However, for whatever reason, Bangarang decided to post this plea for help in r/sadboys. This is a subreddit for the fans of the Sad Boys music collective that emerged in the early 2010s, primarily associated with Swedish rapper Young Lean and his music group Sad Boys. So a completely unrelated post like this left most people confused about what it meant. Not sure if this is real. So confused. What is this? Some users wondered if this was some obscure reference to Sad Boys music. Is this a reference to Lean being worth $700,000? However, most users quickly realized that Bangarang was serious when he began responding to some of the less serious joke comments with sincere replies. "Let me ghostwrite your next mixtape. I need all the help I can get." But that's when the post took a disturbing turn. One user jokingly told the OP to end it by jumping off a bridge.
This is the most Reddit comment. Jump of a bridge and shoot yourself while falling. Well, this is the most Reddit misspelled and upvoted, by the way. 45 motherfuckers saw that and said, you know what? Yes. Fucking Reddit moment for real.
Bridge and shoot himself while falling. However, instead of getting offended, Bangarang replied with something that made everything way more unsettling. "Think they'll get to me before I can make any moves." Alongside this, he posted a link to an eerie photo, a group of men standing in the middle of a street with multiple cars lined up behind them. The way the photo was framed suggested that OP took it while hiding in the bushes, as if he was watching from a distance, afraid to be seen. At this point, people wanted answers.
How did he get in that much debt, though?
And after some back and forth in another thread, Bangarang finally explained what had gotten him into this situation.
Okay. Was involved in a fight where an 18-year-old kid was killed. I was on drugs and had a bad temper. I was always protective of my friends, especially John. John was in a band and was taking off. He had a Facebook page. So he deactivated it. He made a new one. One of his friends that made a new one got real mad that he deleted the old page and thought he didn't want anything to do with her or his old friends because of the new fame and band. John tried to explain that to her that wasn't the case when he tried to. I peered over John's shoulder, read their texts, and got heated. I started trash talking the girl. She got her boyfriend's friends to meet me and my friends out in the desert for a brawl. Dude, this literally sounds like what Ronnie Radke did. This is how he went in jail. You should have watched Training Day. A fucking amazing movie, by the way. A desert brawl is exactly what got Ronnie Radke thrown in jail. Anyways, one of the guys there was with a gang member guy's group and pulled out a gun to shoot me and my friends. One of my friends grabbed the gun from him and ended up shooting the guy and killing him, the dude that pulled out the gun in the first place. Then, after the fight, I violated my probation. The cops were already after me for my drug use. They found out I was involved in the fight and the shooting of the guy, and they added the battery charge. I wasn't charged with murder, but was involved in the fight, which is why they added assault and battery charge plus the probation violation. But I continued with drug use and violated my probation by leaving the state. Now I'm sobered up. I just turned 23 and I'm in a real bad place with some people from the past. That still doesn't explain why did he borrow 100,000? Was it bail money or something? He couldn't get a bondsman? I don't know.
Was involved in a fight where an 18-year-old kid was killed. I was on drugs and had a bad temper. A friend knew my drug use.
Okay, we just all read this.
I just turned 23 and I'm in a real bad place with some people from the past. While these responses provided some important context for OP's situation,
I guess,
it
yeah.
didn't explain why the mob was after him now or how having $700,000 would help him stay alive. By this point, people had stopped joking. It was clear that this was most likely real. One user finally spoke up, saying what everyone else was thinking. First of all, why are you posting this here? Second, run, get out of town. To which OP replied, I got no one. After learning about his sheer helplessness, user PizzaMan2345 chimed in with,
Get yourself into jail and tell them to safely escort you to an airport afterwards. If you warn them about the mob and spread the word, the police will look stupid if you die soon afterwards. Then if you do, get to the airport, take several planes to several places and settle down somewhere far away. No matter how uncaring a police department is, they should listen to your plea for help. It might also help if you have a writer friend who can tell the whole story if they don't escort you. Let the police know as a last resort that they will be flamed online for not dealing with the mob themselves and for letting you loose only for you to die right after. This, of course, involves you being in jail for a while, which, if not the case, leads me to say that you should simply leave the country now. Use your head. Don't drug your problems away. Either work hard and loan the rest or just run. Bond is usually 10%, so 100K is 10. Yeah. This is like the duality of Reddit. The other people are saying jump of a cliff and getting upvotes, and then somebody else is like at least trying to be helpful. But of course, the helpful message got far less upvotes than the jump of a bridge post
some
or reply.
detailed and practical advice to help Bangarang escape with his life. Get yourself into jail and tell them to safely play for a while, which drug your problems away. Either work hard and loan the rest or just run. Unfortunately, we'll never know if this advice helped him or not. A day after making the original post, Bangarang stopped replying to any more comments and hasn't posted anything on Reddit since. As for if the story was legit or not, we have no way of knowing for sure. The Bangarang account was likely a throwaway since it was created the same day as the post. I also tried reverse image searching the picture he posted, and while there are many similar looking images online, I couldn't find anything that matches the OP picture to a T and predated the Reddit thread.
So it means it really did come from him, or he took it off of his phone, or someone he knew.
And since Bangarang didn't provide any clues about his location, I couldn't find any relevant news articles from that time either. Most users under the original thread believe the OP was likely caught and killed by the mob. However, it's been over 9 years since the original post with no updates since, and I doubt we'll ever learn the truth.
People are cruel to shame how society is nowadays. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty fucked up because, again, I don't know. It does seem like an inappropriate place to post it, but it's like if you're completely out of options, maybe you would turn. It's like maybe somebody here would be willing to just, maybe somebody on this subreddit just happens to be rich and would give me the money. But it's like, even if he had it, I don't know if they could transfer it to him fast enough and whether or not it's legit, because who knows? You know, we just talked about not trusting people last stream. It's like, who knows if it was just bullshit to try to get the money out of somebody and then he was just going to ghost them and it wasn't even true. You never know.
Dog Operation.
You'll be surprised how much more oh god, I hope I can actually show this one. I should have previewed this video. You'll be surprised how much more positive life is in general just by avoiding Reddit, Discord, Twitter, pretty much any big social media platform. I'll be honest with you, man, I'm about to deactivate my Twitter for that reason. I know that it's an important like brand building tool, but and I'm not making a Blue Sky either before anybody asks. I don't want to be a part of any of those type of websites because all that is fuel for people to fucking leak your information and put you, you know, as the new pitchfork and torch target of the week. So I don't want to be a part of any of those platforms as they are right now. That's just me.
On the 31st of March, Reddit user City, State posted a disturbing entry on the Reddit Bureau of Investigation subreddit. The title of the entry was, "What could have been the reason why someone operated on my dog?" It read, "I originally posted this to another sub, now deleted, and was insisted that I repost this here instead. I live alone in a suburban area, and when I go out, whether it's for work, social gathering, shopping, or whatever, I leave my dog, he's a Labrador, to play in my backyard with plenty of food and water. He's a pretty healthy dog, normal weight, and had nothing wrong with him. I would say I live in a pretty safe neighborhood and never had anything bad happen to my dog while I was away. Yesterday, I came back home from work in shock to see that my dog had been stitched up. In shock, I immediately rushed to him, called and took him to a vet. I visited the vet for checkups, so the vet knows him. Strangely, the doctor who was inspecting him said that whoever was operating on him actually did a pretty good job, and for whatever reason took out part of his fat. The wounds are of both his lower and upper belly, pictures here. Luckily, he isn't in any danger, but the doctor said he would be in some pain for some weeks, normal for wounds. I was prescribed painkillers and antibiotics for my dog. I was also given a cone for him to wear so he wouldn't lick his wounds. Naturally, I asked him if a Labrador came into the vet today, as in yesterday, and he and the receptionist said no, and they said to their memory it's the first time they saw my dog that day. So this got me and my doctor thinking, either someone operated on him or someone took him to another vet and got him operated for whatever reason. In the meantime,
Don't even use Discord, really. I check now and then, but life is beautiful if you look deep in forest, oceans, or even go on a walk. Dude, being terminally online is one of the worst things you can do for your mental health nowadays. Seriously, there's a very famous tweet by Tyler the Creator where he basically says, how is cyberbullying real? Like, turn off the monitor and go outside. You know, essentially, he said that in like 2012. And yeah, it's paraphrasing a little bit because it's not really an effective measure when people can like dox you and track you down and shit. But to his point, sometimes it really is important to just fucking turn your PC off, go to the gym, go outside. If it's a nice day, whatever the fuck, just get out and you will be amazed at how good it is for your mental health to just disconnect 3-4 times a week and just get off of these fucking platforms, you know? Hey, I'm a lawyer from Ireland. Your rich uncle left you millions to get your inheritance. All you gotta do, send me 10K and I got you. I got you.
Meantime, I have reported this to the police and have called other vets around my town and no luck as of yet. Due to this, I am still unsure what could have caused this. Who and why would someone take parts of fat out of my dog? I don't have any enemies nor any past relationship partners come to mind who may do this. I've also spoken to some neighbors and they said they didn't notice anything strange around the neighborhood or near my house. I also don't have any cameras. People on Reddit quickly began speculating on what could have happened.
I think this guy got it done at the vet and just wanted attention. That's my theory. That's my tinfoil hat theory. Even Chris Chan, yes, even Chris Chan would live a mostly normal life if he turns off the monitor and goes outside. Occasionally someone might be like, hey, I want a picture, but that's it. You know, we talked about dating last stream. Fucking Chris Chan is married. It's not that difficult. I'm talking to you. Chris Chan is married. You got a chance. Everyone has a chance.
Some wondered if this was the work of a medical student looking to practice, or a budding serial killer. However, neither of these makes much sense. No sane medical student would risk ruining their career by operating on a random dog when there are safer options like ethically sourced cadavers. As for the potential serial killer theory, why would they cut open a dog only to stitch it back and return it to the owner instead of just disposing of the body? But there were some more reasonable theories as well, stating that the dog must have injured its stomach while jumping over the fence. Someone then saw the wounded dog and took it to the vet for treatment before leaving it back in OP's yard. Or maybe
Darkside Phil is married. Oh my God. Speaking of that, Dr. Rad, I'm sorry. I don't want to keep pausing the video, but Curls and Twirls is the name of the place where both him and his wife get his haircut. All I'm going to say is check out the Google reviews. If you really want to laugh your ass off, check out the Google reviews for that place. There are some good ones. Some very, very good ones. And the business, now, unfortunately, they did temporarily close because of the unwanted attention that they're getting. It's called Curls and Twirls in Renton, Washington.
The dog successfully jumped over the fence only to get hit by a car, and the person driving the car took it to the vet and dropped it off after the operation.
Oh, that actually, that's a solid theory. So somebody hit the dog, panicked, took it to the vet. Maybe not the same vet he went to. They stitched it up and he brought it back. Or they, whoever it happened to be.
A major flaw in both theories is why the person who took it to the vet didn't leave a note explaining the situation. If it was an accident, maybe the person didn't want to get in trouble. But even then, leaving an anonymous note would have been the right thing to do. Some users also consider the possibility that someone might have shot the dog with a pellet gun, either by accident or on purpose. A comment from user Banana Phone quickly rose to the top as it offered a more plausible explanation for what might have happened during the OP's absence. That rubber thing sticking out appears to be a Penrose drain, which is most commonly used to allow a wound to weep and drain through the hole where it comes out of the skin, which prevents the skin from closing into a pocket and turning into a huge infected abscess, which requires secondary treatment and antibiotics. This is most commonly seen in my personal professional experience after bites from another animal, as the bacteria in dog/cat mouths can be difficult to totally disinfect after the fact and often leads to abscesses. While the general consensus is that dog mouths are cleaner than cats, there's still plenty of bacteria in your average dog's mouth that could lead to infection. That drain will need to be removed in a few days to a week after the risk of infection is passed. My guess would be, with the size of the incision, another dog got into a fight with yours, whether it jumped the fence into your backyard and picked the fight itself, or somehow your dog was accidentally able to be out of his fence, and the owner felt guilty but did not want to get sued or put their dog down. I double this hypothesis because if they put him back, they knew where he lives, and that means he was probably inside the fence when the incident occurred, and hiding the conflict probably means his dog has a history of aggression, to the point where it jumped your fence and attacked. I suspect a pellet/gunshot less because anyone who would shoot a dog in its own yard is probably not going to have the moral compass to get it treated. Another user, Decent Writer, also backed this theory with a personal anecdote reading,
I'm almost here. I'll just read it really quick.
Another user, Decent Writer, also backed this theory with a personal
I'm almost 100% sure someone who has a dog with a bite history attacked your dog and they did not want to get caught. I have a dog with a bite history. If he bit someone or an animal a second time, it would be disastrous, and myself and my partner would both be in jail. They likely got off with a small charge the first time and are on probation, already paid out a ton of money to whoever was the first victim, and cannot risk a second person suing them. We've been going through the process for our one dog bite for over 2 years. It has been miserable every single step of the way, and I'm sure that's what has happened here. I'm sorry, it sucks so much. Hopefully they feel guilty and come forward to you one day, in which case you have 2 years from the day of the incident to sue them in a civil court case. I know this because I'm on the other side of that civil lawsuit as we speak. If you have any questions at all about the legal process associated with a dog attack, feel free to hit me up. I can speak to criminal trial/charges that can be brought against the owner, restitution, a civil suit, expenses, etc. Granted, I am on the other side of it as the owner of the dangerous dog, but it's been 2 years of bullshit and I'm happy to give any of my knowledge to you on this. See, this is like the most helpful answer that I've seen out of this video. Easily. Sorry, I'm just adjusting something real quick. But yeah, this is the most helpful answer that I've seen.
Anecdote reading, which on the other main fence to that civil lawsuit as we speak. That said, after further questioning from other users, the OP shared additional details about the situation, debunking many of these theories in the process. Edit. People have been asking about my fencing. I'm about 5'8", and the main fencing is taller than me. The side fence is about half my height. However, there are other properties around those fencing. So if another dog, for example, got in, I would think the neighbors would have noticed, as the other dog would have needed to go through their properties first before reaching mine. People also are asking if my dog is known for jumping over stuff. No, he's not. So that's why I don't think he hurt himself while jumping over the fence. But that doesn't mean another dog jumped over to him. One of my neighbors, right next to the one of my shorter fence, has a dog of his own. But it's a small poodle, and I don't think they could have done that to a Labrador. Plus, neither of them has shown aggression to each other, from what I've seen. They usually don't even pay each other's mind. No other organs are missing, according to the vet, just the fat removal. It was not a car crash. He has no bones broken, bruises, or anything like that. There was blood, but only around him, normal amount, not anything crazy. So either someone did it and cleaned it, or it was done elsewhere. The picture was taken the day after the vet, the day I made this post, after they examined and gave him a proper clean around the wounds. At least one of my neighbors in the surrounding fencing has a camera, to my knowledge. The footage has been examined by the police and myself, and we couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. The police said they will be going around to see for any other footage. However, with this additional information...
I don't know, man. Like I said, my original theory is he went to the vet, got it done, and then he wanted attention on Reddit. Because the facts are starting to really not add up now.
The OP mentioned something that made
Yeah.
many people question whether any of this was real to begin with. They mentioned that they were gone out for work from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for 5 hours, which is not typically enough time for someone to take their dog to a vet, get a complete surgery, and drop it back without getting caught. As one user pointed out, this whole thing strikes me as suspicious. I've worked in both private practice and ER. OP says they were gone for 5 hours. Even if it happened right when they left, 5 hours is a really short amount of time for this size of wound repair when you factor in anesthesia, sedation, clipping, cleaning. Sometimes takes longer than the actual suturing to remove hair, debris, dirt, etc., then flushing and cleaning the wounds, cutting the skin to remove sections that wouldn't heal well, then actually suturing it, including drains,
Suturing, but yeah.
anesthesia/sedation recovery. White dogs plus a bunch
won't
of
be
blood
a
requires a
grammar
bath to
person.
remove all the blood. Not to mention the time it takes to get the dog there, check the dog in, get consent for treatment, discharging and explaining meds, paying for it, getting the dog back to OP's yard. But this makes me wonder if it could have been done in this time frame if the surgery wasn't done at a professional veterinary hospital. Maybe the person involved in the incident had a surgical background and did everything themselves off the books. However, this is all speculation, and unfortunately not long after this update, the OP deleted their account and didn't post any new updates on what happened.
Yeah, so honestly, if somebody was really dumbfounded by this and really wanted to get to the bottom of what happened and was cooperating with law enforcement, I feel like they would keep the account up and let everybody know. To me, it seems like the guy went to the vet, thought maybe he was bored, maybe he just wanted attention, he wanted Reddit gold or whatever. And so he decided to try and make an interesting post, and then once people started questioning his details of the situation, he couldn't take the heat, so he deleted his account. That's what it is majorly looking like to me. The important thing is the dog's good. So.
But before that, the OP did make a post stating that the police were investigating this as a criminal case. However, given their
Okay.
OP did make a post.
The police has updated me that they are now looking at this as a crime case. The way this is worded is so weird. I am not allowed to say too much as it's still under investigation, but here's what I can share with you as some of you have found out / doxed me. Well, that would be why they deleted the account. I've been notified that they have possible leads that my dog had been abducted, harmed, then brought back to my yard. I will be working with police on both my past and current relations to who may have done this and why. If the evidence they have does match, they said that they have 3 cars of interest. I'm very shocked someone would do this. Thanks everyone who had made suggestions and comments in the original post. It warmed my heart that so many people cared. My dog is doing fine and healing. I'm confident that I will get closure to this case for my dog. Yeah, to say this and then immediately delete the account's kind of weird.
Stating that the police were investigating this as a criminal case.
But he did get doxxed,
However,
so hey.
given their complete silence over the past 4 years, it's unlikely we'll learn if anything ever came of that. Fraudulent nurse. On January 16th, 2021, user Pagan Princess 22 made a Reddit post recounting her strangely terrifying experience at a hospital. The post read, "A woman posing as a nurse stole my blood from an Indiana, USA emergency room in 1996 or 1997 when I was 5 or 6 years old. Hello everyone, I'm not sure if this is the correct place, so please feel free to direct me to a better subreddit if there is one. I flared it as a cold case because it happened 23 years ago, but there were no charges filed, to my recollection, and I don't remember a case being made from it. This is a strange story, and I was 5, maybe 6 when it happened, so I don't have a lot of the details. I had recently told my younger sister about this story, and she encouraged me to look into the incident more and see if I could find out either who this person was or if there was a larger pattern of behavior during the time frame. I'm interested in any information you all have to offer / can find on the matter, as I truly just want to satisfy some curiosity. I'm 99% sure any statute of limitations is up, and I'm not interested in reporting something so weird and from so long ago to the police for them to tell me there's nothing that can be done. Now onto the story. When I was around 5 or 6, I got a pretty bad nosebleed that wouldn't stop. I eventually started throwing up big clots of blood as well, and my mother took me to the ER. This would be in / around the Sunman or Indianapolis area in Indiana, USA, but I do not know the name of the hospital. At the time, beds were separated only by curtains on ceiling racks and not individual walled rooms. My mother had left my room to speak to a doctor. I know she left, and a woman I did not know came in shortly after she left. She was white, had medium brown hair, and looked to be in her 20s or 30s. She was wearing a blue scrub shirt with puppy dogs on it and unmatched pants. I want to say she was not wearing scrub pants, but rather jeans or maybe sweatpants. I know they did not match her shirt, which stood out to me. The other nurses and doctors I saw only wore solid colored scrubs and were all matched.
So something really quick that I want to mention is there have been more fucked up things than this that have actually been solved by Reddit. There was a case where a lady was posing as a CPS agent and she was trying to steal somebody's baby. It was basically a woman who had gone through a miscarriage and basically had a psychologic break. Like she just had a psychotic break, yes. Like she just completely snapped. And she decided, I'm going to pose as a CPS agent and go to someone who has just had a baby and claim that they're violating all these different things and that I need to take the child for the child's safety. And then she was literally just going to fucking run off with it, I guess. So the lady was in dire straits and she goes to Reddit and is like, can someone help me? Like this CPS agent keeps finding all these things and I didn't realize these were violations and this, that, and the other. And then a real CPS agent came up and said, none of those things that you mentioned are violations. Like you need to check their credentials immediately. And as soon as she did that, the person blocked her everywhere and disappeared. So what the fuck would have happened had she not gone to Reddit? I mean, there's even more disturbing stuff than this that's been resolved by Reddit, or, you know, they assisted in helping make sure a fucking baby didn't get stolen.
She said she needed to take some blood and pulled the tools to do so from her scrub pockets, not a phlebotomy card. She stuck me and started drawing blood, somewhere around 5 to 7 vials of it, but potentially more. On the last vial, we heard my mom and a doctor coming back towards the room. She hurriedly ripped the tube from my arm before the last vial was full. It spilled some blood. She did not give me a band-aid or gauze. She just left me bleeding and shoved everything back into her pocket, then ran from the room. She ran to the left, and my mom and doctor entered from the right. The doctor said a nurse would be with me soon to draw some blood and run some tests. I told him a lady had already taken my blood, and he asked what she looked like and where she went. I described her. He turned wide-eyed to my mother and said, "She doesn't work here," and ran out of the room to the left. I heard some loud voices. There was a lot of commotion, but I don't remember anything past that point other than just feeling dizzy and now scared that some strange woman had my blood. I've never been able to find out what happened, who this woman was, and if she was ever caught, or if this type of thing was happening across the country at the time. I have no idea.
Why would you need to steal a child's blood? That's my question. Why the fuck would you need someone's blood?
Information I could provide to make it easier to find out what happened to my blood. Edited a typo and to add, my mother is not a great source of information when it comes to my early life, or her life, or anything really, as she has some of her own issues. Several years ago, when I was a teenager, confirmed the details I remembered, then refused to talk further about it and asked me not to bring it up again. She claims she does not remember the name of the hospital, the name of the doctor, or other details I was asking for at the time. What makes this story so terrifying is how real it feels. Most children are already afraid of doctors and needles, so the idea of someone posing as a nurse to steal blood is horrifying. One user responded with a theory stating, "Are there any chances that you are adopted?" Suggesting that the mysterious woman was OP's real mother who wanted her blood for
DNA
testing.
Oh.
And while this is still a bit out there, it could explain why OP's mother refused to give any further information on what happened that day. However, OP shot down this theory not long after it was posted with a comment reading, "I don't believe so, no. I've seen my original birth certificate and it lists my known parents as my birth parents. I also look very similar to my mom and sister." The most plausible theory came from user OSnapdragon22, who suggested that OP might be misremembering.
Oh, Snapdragon. Okay.
Theory came from
Okay. Sorry. Nurse here. Phlebotomists sometimes wear different scrubs. It seems highly unlikely that someone stole your blood and put them in tubes. Those tubes are full of various additives for different diagnostic testing. If I were to steal your blood, I would use a bag instead, not like I steal blood or anything, just making a point. Smile. It seems highly weird that a civilian would have the necessary tools/tubes to complete this lab draw. Many blood draws are done with equipment carried in scrub pockets, so not having a card is not atypical. Supplies in hospitals, especially needles, are required to be locked per Joint Commission/DNV for obvious reasons. Drug users and children. Also, blood draw carts are actually an infection risk in some cases. Lastly, hospitals are extremely strange or unfriendly. Every nurse and tech knows who's supposed to be there and who's not even. or who's not, even when you're a coworker that has been floated from another floor to assist, you are treated as an outsider, and many coworkers will stop and ask you what you need / what you're doing there. This was most likely a flashbulb memory instance, as you were 5 and have a childlike recollection of events, and said yourself that your family / parent is a poor historian. I hope this provides some reassurance for you. I'm not trying to diminish what you're saying, just mentioning that from my experience it seems highly implausible. P.S. A doctor saying someone doesn't work that is also ridiculous, as doctors do rotations, don't stay on one floor permanently, and typically do not know all staff members working in a given unit at a time. I agree. I think this is one of those, I wouldn't call it a Mandela effect, because a Mandela effect is like a large amount of people that have a shared memory or whatever. But I think it's just one of those things where it was a stressful situation. She was having this severe nosebleed and dizziness and already having all these issues with blood loss, probably a little bit out of it, depending on what meds they had already given her, and probably was just in a panicked, state of mind and doesn't remember everything super clearly, is the most plausible explanation. I mean, I don't know many people that remember things that vividly when they were 5, like 25 plus years later. So
User OSnapdragon22, who suggested that OP might be misremembering details that make this situation and making a point. Also, Bloodrockingly Stranger, a coworker that has been floated from as Aaron is just mentioned doesn't work. That is also ridiculous, as doctors do rotations, don't stay on one floor permanently, and typically do not know all staff members working in a given unit at a time. Pagan Princess 22 is still fairly active on Reddit, but she hasn't posted any new information about her story. Who knows, maybe one day her mother will come clean about what she knows and will finally learn what happened to OP on that day.
I like that these are mostly unsolved.
Poisoned.
It's very interesting.
On May of 2013, a user made a chilling confession on the Off My Chest subreddit with a disturbing title that read, "My mother has poisoned me. Ever since I became an adult about a decade ago, my mother has been against me moving out of the house. I finally got a job as a line cook 3 years ago. My mother
One Piece
and the
reference,
rest of my
yeah.
family, which includes my sister and father, has been against it, mainly saying that such a job cannot sustain me," which was true. They also said I would hate working, which turned out to be false. About a year and a half later, I quit due to health reasons. The following spring, I got a new job as a computer programmer. While they seemed supportive at first, my mother and sister, who I lived with, gradually became hostile. Eventually, I moved out of the house. About a month later, I lost my job, and about 3 months later, moved back home. Everything was cool at first, but as I was getting calls from recruiters and going to job interviews, they gradually became more hostile again, accusing me of being distant and not caring for them. However, they seemed to be very controlling and hateful of the fact that I wanted to move out and wanted a decent job. So last month, I finally got that job as a computer programmer again, but it was out of town. I had just enough money to relocate to the new city. They became very hostile starting a few days before I left, accusing me of not loving them, of hating them. On the day before I was scheduled to leave, my mother gave me 2 of the styrofoam ramen noodle cups and tore that cardboard covering that normally comes with it and threw it away. I was suspicious that they would try to sabotage my life, so I was careful in not trying to anger them. She gave me a
Dude, what the fuck kind of toxic dynamic is this with your parents? Holy shit. You're moving on to bigger and better things, and they're like, they have you so paranoid that you won't eat food that they prepare you? What the fuck, dude?
more food items, which I didn't use, to take on the trip with me. When I arrived at my new city and entered my hotel room, I chilled out. I was to go to work the next day, so after the first day of work, I ate a cup of ramen noodles and felt ill. I knew that feeling because my sister fed me something that made me feel the same way in late 2011, which I then assumed was because of my recent illness. I felt weak, lightheaded, and short of breath. I drank water to make me feel better because that's what I did last time that happened to me. Over the week, my mother kept calling me, making sure to remind me to eat my ramen noodles. I was short on cash then, waiting for my first paycheck. I never told her that I ate it. I suspected then that I had been poisoned, and after doing some Googling, I believed it was cyanide. Now, that is something that you should never have to think that your own mother would
Seriously?
do that to you.
Yeah.
So I resisted that thought because I simply could not bear to think that. So I went to cyanidetest.com and ordered a kit, and I tried it. Now, look at the graphics and the video on this page. Now, here are the results of my test. I guess I'm going to have to call the cops, and I will never speak to my family again. The results exposed the truth the OP desperately didn't want to believe. He was being poisoned by his own family. Thankfully, the amount of poison in 1 cup of noodles wasn't enough to be lethal, but eating that second cup could have easily delivered a fatal dose. Luckily, he was able to escape with his life. After reading this post, the vast majority of people urged OP to contact the police and stay away from his family. And that's exactly what he did. Unfortunately, the police weren't as helpful as everyone would have hoped. Update 8:45 a.m. I am currently in Topeka, Kansas. I work downtown in a government office building, which has a police department.
You know, Shadow Man, I did have a podcast at one point, and I think it's time to bring it back. Yeah, it was called Stamp of Approval. I think it's time to bring it back. You know what? Right here, right fucking now, Wednesday night from here on out is Stamp of Approval night. We're bringing back season 2. We're doing it. There's actually like 7 or 8 episodes on YouTube already, Shadow Man, if you just go to my YouTube account. But anyway, I'm curious. I want to see what happens here.
I visited the Capitol Police Station here and spoke to an officer.
We'll get some new
I showed
guests
him the
on too.
evidence, and he said he could do nothing about it since the package was opened and might have been contaminated. So, does anyone have ideas? Had things ended here, this could have gone down as one of the most unsettling mysteries in Reddit's history. But unlike other disturbing Reddit threads, this one surprisingly had somewhat of a conclusion. You see, even though this was a throwaway account, OP returned to Reddit in October of 2013 and gave an update on his whereabouts. I was only able to file a police report, but only that so far. The police do not have enough evidence to investigate. I've gotten no contact with my family.
Yeah.
I currently live in a cheap motel in
Can't do that
Topeka,
fast
Kansas.
enough.
Yesterday, after getting home from work, I work for the Kansas state government as a software developer. The lady at the front desk told me that my mother called them to speak to me. For security reasons, the motel needs both the name and room number, and my mother didn't have my room number. She didn't even attempt to call my cell phone, which makes me believe that she just wanted to know if I was staying there and where.
Jesus,
And
man.
a few months later, he posted one last comment assuring everyone of his safety. And by the way, I have moved out of state since making my last thread with this account, and am doing very well with a nice job, and am in better health. To think that this story would have taken a much darker turn if the OP hadn't grown suspicious of the food his own family gave him on his way out.
Dude, have you guys seen that fucking story about the wife that was like slowly putting bleach inside of her husband's coffee? I think Bridget actually told me about it. Didn't you tell me about that? Yeah, she told me there was this story where there was a fucking, like a husband and a wife. I don't know if there was like a pending divorce or like the wife. Oh, okay. So the wife wanted life insurance. It's even more fucking scummy than I originally thought. So yeah, she was like slowly adding more and more bleach into his coffee, and he caught it because he noticed that it was like aggressively bubbly, like way more than when normal coffee brews. And I forget how he exactly discovered it, or he just like was able to smell it in the coffee, but he got her reported and actually was able to get her fucking locked up in jail. That was a fucked up story. Imagine your fucking wife doing that because she wants the life insurance money. Good God, man. You really can't trust anybody, huh? Can't trust your mom, your wife, nobody.
On the 31st of July 2020, Reddit user SoothBB made a post on the Reddit Bureau of Investigation subreddit seeking clues to help locate their missing coworker. The post read, "On Wednesday, July 22, a coworker of mine abruptly up and left work before the end of his shift and hasn't been seen since. 1 week later, a text message is received from him containing only 3 photos. Does anyone recognize the locations shown in these photos? I work in a lab that makes prescription eyeglasses in northern Ohio. Last week Wednesday, about 6 hours into our 10-hour shift, around 7:10 p.m., a coworker of mine got up from his station in a hurry, left his bag with personal belongings at his desk, iPad, Bluetooth headphones, a prescription, phone charger, a book, and a couple other knickknacks, and walked out the door and didn't return. No one's seen him since. Some of my other coworkers thought he was just sick of the long hours and decided to quit, but that just doesn't make sense why he'd leave behind his personal belongings and not say anything. We tried calling him that same night, but his phone would just ring until it went to voicemail, and by the next morning his phone was turned off. My boss said he got a hold of his mom and that she hasn't seen or heard from him, but didn't seem too concerned as she said he had a history of living somewhat of a nomadic lifestyle in his past. She thinks he may have relapsed and owed someone money or just ran off with some girl. Apparently they aren't very close and don't have the best relationship. I know he had a history of drug abuse, but from everything I've gathered in the 2 years that I've worked with him, he cleaned his life up after an arrest in 2014 or 2015 for drug possession and had been clean since. He always acted normal.
Yeah, he might be clean, but he might still have some soured relationships with drug people from his past. I've seen that many times come back to bite people in the ass, and it's very fucked up.
Around me and seemed to be living a productive life. On the subject of the pictures, a couple days ago after work, I received a group text message that was sent to me, 2 of my other coworkers, and 6 other numbers I don't recognize. It was from him and contained the 3 pictures I linked, no text. I tried calling and it rang once then went to voicemail. When I called again, it went straight to voicemail. This whole thing has me feeling very uneasy and I don't know what to think. Does anybody here recognize the location of where these photos might have been taken? Below this was an Imgur link to these 3 pictures that OP supposedly received from their coworker. All 3 of these pictures looked like someone had taken them in a hurry while possibly running away from someone or something. If the OP's story was true, it painted a deeply alarming situation. However, most users remained skeptical, and as time passed, more evidence emerged suggesting that this might be a hoax or part of an alternate reality game. $5 says this turns out to be an ARG.
Oh god, fucking ARGs. We were talking about that with that Kanye Quest thing a couple streams ago. There was this game called Kanye Quest where, like, if you walked up to an NPC and gave them a particular answer, it would, you know, open up this whole other part of the game where it was, you know, it seemed like it was trying to indoctrinate you into some type of cult. So now these are real things that people do, is they basically try to create these disturbing scenarios, and they're basically just games. They're just, you know, they're literally just games for the person making it, but nobody else knows that. So it's this genre of, like, you know, fiction and nonfiction blend called ARGs. It's really annoying when people do this, because when you post in RBI, yeah, Reddit Bureau of Investigation's kind of cringy, but when you post there, you assume that you're trying to actually get an answer for something. You're not just stringing people along for this little entertainment piece that you've made. So I hope that's not what it turned out to be.
For instance, one user tried to extract the embedded data in the 3 images to see if they had any GPS information, only to be met with confusion. I tried extracting the first picture's EXIF data. It says it was shot on iPhone on 7/7/2017, 1322. It looks like the photos are in the early morning or night. Do you think the 1322 time is right? 3 years ago also. Interesting. A few other users also pointed out significant inconsistencies in how the OP described the location, stating, "Yeah, I'm not a fan that they just said Northern Ohio. Like, is it Cleveland, Akron, Toledo, Sandusky? Way too broad. Same, I'm from Toledo and no one ever refers to Northern Ohio. Northwest Ohio, yes. Northern Ohio raised a flag for me too. I'm from Akron and no one says that. For us it's Northeast Ohio." A few months later in November, Sooth BB returned to Reddit with a new update and
Deleted. Why is it always Ohio? Every fucking one of these is Ohio, dude. Akron is where LeBron James and my dad's side of my family are from. Actually, no, my dad's side of the family is from, like, Canton, Ohio. So it's like 20 minutes away from Akron, but very, very close.
somehow things had grown even more mysterious than they were the last time. I wish I could say we found him or at least closed up any loose ends, but I can. Shortly after
Cyrax,
the
yeah.
thread was closed by the mods, a police report was indeed filed. However, in mid-September, I was one of several people that were laid off from the lab we were working at, so if there were any updates on his case after that time, I'm not aware of them. I've done several searches of his name since I left the company to see if any media outlets reported on him, but I personally haven't been able to find anything. The OP also attempted to deny the allegations that the whole thing was made up. Understandably, many people were suspect of my story, and I get that, but I assure you I've not made anything up, nor have I exaggerated details. I got some slack in the original post for not filing a police report. I realize now that even though nobody else was willing to, I should have stepped up and done it myself. At the time, my perspective was that because I don't know this guy on a personal level outside of work, it really should be up to someone closer to him to do that. But rest assured, a report was filed. Some people did try to take things seriously and even pointed out the strangely timed layoff. I know this might be
Yeah, I know this. I was actually thinking that too. Like, the way he left in a hurry, maybe I don't know. I know this might be a bit far-fetched, but could your former company and boss somehow be involved? The guy disappears from work. Your boss tells you shouldn't worry about it. Take his belongings and refuses to access them to help find the guy. Then your boss says he filed a report, but apparently he never did, if the name doesn't come up in the databases. And finally, knowing you are investigating and possibly asking too many questions or drawing too much attention on the case, he fires you and never contacts you again about the case. I mean, also, how did you get the mother's phone number, and are you 100% sure it was his mother?
far-fetched, but could your former knowing your tendencies in Sooth BB's story, the overwhelming majority of users were convinced this was just an attempt at an ARG. I still think it's an ARG. I hope it's an ARG. No offense, OP. But we will likely never know for sure. Unfortunately, shortly after posting this update, SoothBB deleted their Reddit account, leaving us with no way
To be fair, probably because they were doxxed. Okay.
to uncover the truth.
My guess would be because they were doxxed. ARG is alternate reality game. So yeah, it's like basically just like the Kanye Quest thing. It's something that is posing as a real thing that is meant to string people along, and it's meant to turn into this like this thing that exists in real life and other people think is real, but the creator knows that it's a work of fiction and it like crosses over. It's sort of like a hybrid, you know. It's fiction to the author, but everybody else thinks it's real, and it's supposed to create this authentic experience, you know? Hey, no problem, Shadow Man. But like I said, my fucking issue with this stuff is that everybody wants to be the next Slender Man, and everybody wants to be the next Jeff the Killer with this shit. Meanwhile, there's really important things that are actually being solved on there, like every day. I mean, seriously, go check out the RBI subreddit, Reddit Bureau of Investigation. That's a very cringy name when you read out the full title. I'm sorry. But they have solved some really wild stuff in there. Cold cases, missing persons cases, just of all varieties, okay? And for people to be like, you know what? There's real things getting resolved in here. Let me get some clout. Let me get some clout by making a bullshit ARG. And you know what I mean? It just sucks, man. I hate that people these days, like, attention is the biggest form of currency that exists on the internet now. Everybody needs their clout. Everybody needs just their little crumb of clout. And that's just how they get by on the internet. For example, hey, what's up, XP? Long time no see, man. How you been? For example, there's this guy named like Beardly Beardson or something on Twitter. He's like this guy who leans really heavily into the I am an incel. Like, yes, I am a proud incel and women are whores and this, that, and the other. He basically leans into that whole character, right? And it's basically turned into this thing where women who have like OnlyFans and they post a bunch of thirst trap pictures of them and, like, you know, with their asses out and their tits out and everything. Not completely nude, but you know what I mean. Like, clearly that's the emphasis in the photo. They will like insult him, and since he has a much larger following, he insults them back, and then they monetize themselves, and then they make money off the impressions. Okay, so that's what people do now. They are 100% willing to open the can of worms that is creating this very public back and forth fucking spat with a person that has a ton of followers on Twitter, because they know that their impressions are going to go up. The fucking simps are going to run into their chat and be like, money, money, money. And it works. So I'm not going to knock it. Hey, it works. But I just wouldn't want the collateral, which is then the sort of social fallout that comes from that, which is you made yourself look really stupid in front of a lot of people. And now you're going to have like the full wrath of Twitter on your ass all the time. You're probably going to be doxxed. You're probably going to have a bunch of bullshit legal stuff to deal with. You're probably going to have your phones and shit hacked. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm like, yes, you made some money because you started this Twitter spat intentionally hoping to get some impressions, but was it worth it? You know, in 6 months' time, is it going to be worth it when like all your shit is leaked and hacked and you're in, you know, you're just fucking knee deep in like all this legality bullshit that you're having to deal with now because you decided to start this? I don't know. But that's what people do now because Twitter is monetized and because you make money off of impressions. Everybody goes on there and they just reply. It's what they call a professional reply guys. Go to a big popular account. Elon Musk is the biggest account of an individual to my knowledge. And people just post snarky zinger replies to every last thing that he posts, and they try to farm their impressions and get that big paycheck at the end of the month. Which it's like, okay, you know, get the bag, as the kids say. But again, you're publicly out there. If the profile picture is you, all your shit's going to be doxed and leaked eventually. So it's like you basically have to sacrifice your online presence for a little bit of clout and some money. And I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to go to like Donald Trump's account, for example, or Elon Musk's account, or whatever celebrity is posting shit and just reply to them and be like, you know, insult 1, 2, 3, or like Zinger that's like AI generated and shit, you know, insult comic bullshit. I'm not willing to do that because if I were monetized on Twitter, I would make an extra couple $100 a month. Man, fuck that. It's not worth all that bullshit. It's really not. I would literally rather be live on Twitch and play a game I fucking hate 8 hours a day than even consider doing that 2 or 3 times a week. Because again, once you put your shit out there, it's out there for good. You can't have your privacy back. You have now offered up your anonymity and your privacy as collateral for the money that you're going to be making off those impressions, and it's not worth it to me. And I wish more people would think a little bit more before they post. But hey, I'm not going to police other people. They can make their own fucking decisions. We're in a free country, of course, but it just seems like a wild, it seems like a crazy list of things you have to get to say, you know what, I'm going to start a Twitter beef with somebody I know is going to crush me because it might make my stream a little bit more busy. You know, it might bring a little bit more people in. I might make a few extra bucks a stream. I might get a few extra subs. Man, fuck that. Your privacy and your anonymity on the internet is worth way more than that. Seriously, especially if you work a regular job outside of this, man, do not give that up for whatever money Twitter's going to bring in impressions. God, that's so fucking shit for your mental health too. Seriously. And don't take it from me. Take it from the people who got themselves into these situations and now they can't get themselves out. There's so many examples of like journalists getting into it with YouTubers and YouTubers getting into it with journalists, and you know, the OnlyFans Linktree type creators getting into it with people like this Beardly Beardson guy. They hate that they made that decision. Now they're fucking upset about it all the time. They don't have any privacy anymore. Like their family is getting involved now. Like people are leaking photos and like, you know, posting their address publicly and shit. It's like, it's not worth it. Don't do it. And your only prize, it used to be back in the day, if you had like a quote unquote viral tweet, you can't ever get unfamous. You can get infamous, but you can't get unfamous. Absolutely dead on, 100% accurate. And there's also a lot to the old adage that whatever age you become famous at, you will remain that age, no matter how old you get. Perfect example, Bam Margera. Bam Margera has been in the public eye since he was like 13 or 14, okay? When he first started out making the CKY videos and the home videos and stuff. But really, he blew up with CKY Landspeed. Landspeed was a local skate shop that he frequented, and he was trying to make a video to support them and keep them open. Well, that video ended up doing $1 million. Like, he made the $1 million, and it sold so many physical copies just by way of word of mouth that he became a millionaire virtually overnight, and he was like 17 years old. So he is now 48, I believe. He's almost 50 years old. How old is he? He was born in like 70. Yeah, he's 45, okay. So he's 45 years old, and he's still doing the same dumb shit that he did when he was in his late teens and early 20s, getting drunk and doing dumb shit in public and in and out of rehab. Like, his behavior never changed. He never matured because he was rewarded for that behavior at that age. And I don't know if it's mentally or just overall, he's just like stuck perpetually at that 17-year-old age, you know? He's fucking 45. He's got a wife and a kid. Like, he can't be doing this shit anymore. But he just continues to do it. It's like every few months, in and out of rehab, every few months, like back in jail or just got bailed out on a misdemeanor. It's like you never know what the fuck is going to happen with this dude. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin is another good example where it seems like he still is just doing dumb shit all the time. I think he's cleaned himself up mostly, but that was a big issue for a long time that he had. But that's a great point, what you said, Future. It's like, once you become famous in whatever way that happened, whether it's a negative thing or a positive thing, you can't get your anonymity back. You cannot take that shit back. It's not transactional, okay? So you cannot be willing. And this is kind of what people talk about when they use the phrase. This is a very over dramatic phrase, and I promise we're not getting into this type of conversation, but when people say selling your soul, that's what they're talking about. It's about eliminating things that you take for granted for a little bit of clout and a little bit of money. That's like the perfect example. And it really happens in the music industry. It really happens in the entertainment industry. We hear about it all the time. The fucked up shit that people have to do to get famous and what they're willing to do to get famous, and they regret it. And they're on drugs and they're depressed and they're drinking all the fucking time because they regret it. But they did it. And they did it for a little bit of clout and a little bit of money. And now that they're in the public eye, they can't ever leave. Bam really is a tragic story too, and admittedly he was surrounded by people who let him spiral out of control, knowing they could exploit him and his success for profit. Even Knoxville and Steve-O saw how fucked up it was for him, threw him a bone as long as he sobered up, then he blew it. Yeah, because the really weird thing is, I saw Jackass Forever, not in theaters, but I watched it when it came out on streaming services. He's in one clip. It's called something The Band, and like they're playing different instruments. You can literally see him in the back, like holding his head. But he's not mentioned. He's not in any of the credits anywhere. You just see him like blurred out in the background for like a shot or two. It's really weird. Really fucking weird how they did it, but it's like, wouldn't you think to just eliminate all shots of him? Like, don't even show him whatsoever. But I guess they couldn't do it. Anyways, yeah. So I'm not trying to make this a whole ass Yap Fest podcast episode or anything, but my whole point in the whole ARG connection with real life stuff is just like, please think twice before you launch yourself. Not that you guys have this problem, but I just wish everybody in general would think twice before they like launch themselves into these Twitter spats that they can't get out of. Because, this woman who went at him, like, there's already been photos posted of her son or her kid. I don't know the gender of the kid, but, like, they've already posted photos of her kid. They've been talking about, like, potentially leaking her marriage license and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy how, parasocial some of these people are, that they're just like, oh, people are having a Twitter spat. Well, the side I don't like, dox, hack, leak, And I bet you she regrets it now. But she was the one who started this, so made her bed. Now you gotta lie in it. What the hell is this, dude? This dude looks like he's about to explode. Literally. How do I full screen? Dude, TikTok on PC is so fucking scuffed. Holy shit.
Just want to get fatter. Let's do some flexing. Yeah. Look at the ball, guys. Some sucking it in.
I don't think there's any flexing going on here, dude.
Okay. Time to take this big fat belly to bed.
He actually looks pregnant. What the fuck? Well, that was cursed. That was the real nightmare fuel all along. But anyways, my point in all that is pretty much done. That's just what I wanted to say. So, accident. Oh my god, dude. Without the glasses, though. No. That's just water retention. I don't know what that is, but it's cursed as fuck, whatever it is. I don't want to know what that is. But that's my point in all this, okay? Nowadays, with the way that the internet is, don't be willing to give up your anonymity and your privacy for a little bit of clout and some of that Twitter money. It's not worth it. Fuck that. Dude, I would rather work an extra weekend job than do that shit. Seriously. I've actually thought about it. I've thought about like working a weekend retail job just because I miss it as like kind of kind of a side thing, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough to find places that hire part-time now anyways, but whatever. Anyways, enough about that. I kind of wish I could find... I think Nexpo is the one who made the video about this, the fake CPS agent. But I want to try to find that clip. Because there was one, like, that was arguably more disturbing than the stealing blood thing, which is very disturbing by itself. Like, don't get me wrong. But, yeah. Dude, Yellow, I don't know if you were here for this one either. But there was a fucking, one of my favorite channels is EWU Bodycam, which is Explore With Us Bodycam. And basically, I guess they procure bodycam footage that wasn't previously released to the public. I know that like there's some type of public domain where you can like pay to acquire the footage or something. I don't know how it works, but basically police bodycam footage is public for good reason, for accountability and all these different things. So they had a video of a lady that basically her license to run a daycare had expired. Not that I don't respect that, the amount of respect you have for folks in retail is admirable. It's the fact that everything you're talking about now would literally be happening around you. TikTok loons making jackasses of themselves in public for clout and using you as a prop. Dude, even when I was in retail, we're talking 2014 to 2018, I saw that happen frequently. We would get those idiots that would come in the store at like 2 a.m, and they would like pull out their phones and like climb into the toilet paper steel racks. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And these were people that were like my age at the time, like 24, 25. Hey, no problem, Shadow. Have a good day tomorrow at work, dude. Get some rest. We'll see you someplace around these parts here soon, I'm sure. You just watched the daycare. Yeah, so basically this lady, she had gotten in trouble in the late 90s for her license to operate a daycare facility was violated because basically when you get your license to operate a daycare facility, you can only have a certain capacity of children. And she was way over capacity. She was only able to watch like 7 or 8 kids at a time, and she had like 20. So in the late 90s, they suspended her license to operate that type of business. And then a couple of years ago, she tried to do the same thing, but there was also this really disturbing like human trafficking element. So at some point, this crazy bitch, and yeah, I'm going to call her that, I don't give a fuck, had a secret doorway installed next to her front door that she covered with a plant, and like the hinge and everything was totally invisible. It was literally like a secret doorway to a staircase where she could hide children in the basement in case any CPS agents came to investigate what she was doing. And the whole time there's a police officer and a CPS agent that are there to investigate, and there's like completely unmarked vehicles with no license plates, super heavily tinted windows, like zooming all over the place, which is something you typically hear in human trafficking cases, is like completely stealthy cars that have no marking on, like completely unmarked, and they're not police vehicles. And they're like casing the house. And so they get freaked out and they call for backup. They're like, we don't know what's going on. This could get ugly. Like they call for backup, and then all of a sudden those vehicles disappear when a bunch of cops start investigating. So they look all around the house. The lady, of course, is like gaslighting the shit out of them, saying, oh, we don't have a basement, no basement. But the cops, they're going around and they're hearing music coming from the basement. Like they're clearly hearing music coming from like these vents that lead down into another area. And so she's gaslighting the shit out of them, saying there's no basement. I don't know what you're talking about. And then one of the guys gets fed up with her and he just starts like shoving at the walls. And then one of the walls gives way. And he's like, oh, hey, it looks like there was a basement. So they go down there and they see that they were essentially hiding like 20 kids. Some of them were like infants. They were literally hiding kids and potentially getting ready to traffic them. So she was trying to say like the kids are at the park with someone else. Obviously, like she was desperate to try to get them to leave so that she could probably bring the kids back up and be like, they came back while you were gone. Everything's perfectly fine now. You know what I mean? I guarantee you that's the bullshit she was trying to pull. But they weren't having it. They weren't listening to her at all. They're like, you need to stop talking. We're going to sit you down. And so they all ended up getting several years. I think that lady herself ended up getting like 9 years. And this just happened a couple years ago. So she's going to be in for a while. And the fucked up thing is it's not even her first time violating that license. So clearly she needs to never be around kids ever again. She's a very present danger to their safety. And just imagine being one of those parents. You get a call that like, oh, the daycare that your kids were at, the lady who runs it just got arrested. Like, what? Missing a few years. Yeah, for real. I would just fucking put her in there for like 20 years minimum. I would say 20 years minimum with the chance of parole only after 20 years. I mean, she was already like 52 years old, so. But that's me. Apparently, like, there was some technicality that she did have a valid license. She was just over capacity. But her behavior was definitely not cooperative. And she was also found guilty of resisting. And obstruction of justice were the two things that they slapped on to give her a couple of extra years. So resisting arrest is when the cops have already determined that an arrest needs to be made and you fight it, like you physically fight it or you run or anything like that. But obstruction of justice is intentionally misleading or trying to get the cop, like intentionally misleading or trying to direct the cops to do something so that you can then cover up your own crime. So she was trying to get them to go to the park, again, probably so she could have the kids come up from the basement and be like, oh, they were here the whole time. I don't know what happened. You know, just some stupid shit like that. But thankfully they didn't listen to her horse shit. But EWU Body Cam is one of my favorite YouTube channels because they have a bunch of crazy cases like this. I genuinely cannot show a lot of the stuff that they show because it is really graphic. They do censor a lot, but just the source material and like the subject material is way too graphic. So, yeah. But this channel right here, you guys want some incredibly raw body cam footage that will just blow your fucking mind, check that channel out. Seriously, it's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. It's wild. And the narrator voice on it is like incredible too. The cops misuse both of those as an arrestable offense. A lot of times they do, yes. Like I've seen, even on episodes of fucking Cops, I've seen that like a person trying to ask them what they're under arrest for, they'll just go, like they just out of nowhere, stop resisting, stop resisting. It's like, and bro is just standing there like calmly asking them, what am I under arrest for? You know? They just start screeching, stop resisting immediately. Yeah, that's my favorite part. The officer looks at her and he goes, wow, it looks like there really was a basement. And she just goes like that. Just caught completely fucking red-handed, knows she's going to jail, and just... I tell you, man. Seeing shit like that, I have a general trust of people sometimes, and we were talking about this last stream, but it's shit like that that really just makes me question everything if I watch it too much. Like, it just makes me lose all faith in people and their ability to do the right thing in certain situations. It really does. And you want to know something else too, not to pivot too much, but it's shit like that kind of triggered this for me. You know something else that really sucks nowadays? Look, I'm 30. I'm not exactly a spring chicken when it comes to playing video games. But I want to ask your guys' opinions on this before we get into this game. I just finished installing it, by the way. I hadn't installed it yet. Does it seem like, or am I crazy, but does it seem like every time you go to play even a pseudo-competitive game, like every lobby you get into is just full of like sweats that have like this incredible aim and like it just feels like in general way more difficult to do well in games. And no, it's not just because I'm old. I'm talking about games that I'm very mechanically sound in, like Counter-Strike. I've literally been playing Counter-Strike half my life, for God's sake. Started playing around 14, 15, and I'm still playing to this day. So half of my fucking adult life, all of my adult life, I've spent playing this game. So I'm very mechanically sound in it. But it seems like every lobby I get into, it's like these anime profile pictures and you know, when they get on the mic, it's like they're clearly very young, like 18, 19-year-old people. And they're just fucking insane. Like, they're just untouchable. They're just fucking one-tapping everything. Like, headshots, and you see them for like a quarter of a second, and then you just fucking die. And if you guys didn't know, I'm also really into Quake. I don't play it, but I'm really into watching high-level competitive Quake, and I've always loved those games. So Rafa is a guy from Texas. He's basically universally known as like the greatest Quake player of all time. So this conversation kind of came up in his chat, and he was like, yeah, I would agree. He's like, the mentality around games has shifted a ton. Like, when we were growing up in the late 90s and early mid 2000s and all that, playing games was like a niche hobby, and being good at games was grounds for you getting bullied. You know, like when you were really good at a game, unless you were like at a LAN event or something, or you were at a tournament, like if it's a fighting game tournament or something, being good at the game was just like, oh, you're a fucking geek. Like, nobody cares if you're good at a game. Like, go get some pussy, bro. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that I heard growing up. But now, being good at video games is a legitimate career path, especially if you stream it and you're like just excellent at certain games. So, and the equipment is better. Like, here's something that pisses me off about like peripheral communities. Like, a few years back, you basically shopped around for a mouse, you liked it, and you're like, good to go. Nowadays, there's like r/mouse review, and there's people that are in that community and post their collections. These motherfuckers have like 50 of the top like wireless high polling rate mice, and we're talking like thousands and thousands of dollars are spent, and they own like 50 or 60 different fucking mice from all different companies. It's like, dude, you can only use one at a time. What the fuck? Do you just have all 50 of them in a row and like all the receivers connected, and you're just switching out day in and day out? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? But the reality is the equipment is much better. The sensors are way more accurate. The keyboards have like ridiculously competitive features. Like, you know, we're basically talking like millisecond response times on everything now. Sensors are like pixel perfect accurate up to ludicrous speeds. Like, the mouse, there's a whole mouse pad and mouse and keyboard industry that is based around esports that never existed before. So, you know, the kids, I guess you could call them the kids, maybe they're teens, late teens or whatever, but they're growing up playing these games that require a lot of mechanical skill, like Apex Legends and shit like that. They have better equipment to do it with. Gaming is seen as a much more mainstream and cooler thing to do. There's a legitimate career path for it now to make a really good living if you're really good at it. So it's just kind of all these factors compounding into one thing, which is like every few months it feels like some just like phenom is coming up out of nowhere. Like, a perfect example is Donk in Counter-Strike. Donk is a 17-year-old Russian kid named Danil Krishkovets, and he literally just climbed up through the ranks of like this online league called Faceit. He just climbed up through the ranks out of fucking nowhere and was just playing all day every day for like a year. And now he is like the main, he basically is like the main, I don't want to use the term the main character, but he's basically like the main guy. Like, he's the go-to guy on his team, and they've already won a couple of major events. So, you know, it just feels like that's happening every few months now, because like literally kids are just growing up in this environment of high level execution, like aiming and PC gaming and stuff now, which is just, you know, it's just one of those generational things that I've really started to notice here lately. Yes, I don't play Ultra Rumble much. I like to play the game a few hours a week, not 6 hours a day. And two, I want to play fun characters, not the meta. Everyone plays the meta and uses OP teams. Impossible to win. 3, toxic community. Yeah. That helps as well. Remember, we were playing with a mouse ball then? Oh yeah, ball mouse. I had those growing up playing Unreal Tournament. But that's, that's just a thing that I noticed. And I think that, there's this general sense, like I see this topic come up on Twitter all the time and Reddit, especially in certain subreddits of like, does gaming just feel less enjoyable now? And in a sense, maybe. But I think what it is, are people that are my age, like 25, I would say 25 to 45 now, like people that have had video games their entire lives. I think we're getting to the age now where we don't want to have to sweat our asses off and compete at 100% focus and fucking, pinpoint accuracy to enjoy video games. And outside of Counter-Strike 2, I have not played a single multiplayer game in almost 2 years. Like, dead fucking serious, I have not. Street Fighter, not so much. That's like a one-on-one type thing. I wouldn't really call that multiplayer. But outside of Street Fighter and Counter-Strike 2, I haven't touched any. I haven't played Dead by Daylight. I used to be kind of into that. I haven't played Overwatch. I was really into Overwatch for a while. I just don't touch shit like that anymore because that's what it feels like. It feels like every time I boot one of those games up, I'm going to have to compete with some fucking 18-year-old kid that's like a phenom and just untouchable, dude. It's like, it's not fun. It's just boring. I'm just dying and running in from spawn over and over. You know what I mean? All right. Anyways, rant over. Let's play the game. Wow, this game is brand new. It's got 24 followers on Twitch. Holy shit. Erased my memory playing CS? Nah, no way. I'm gonna have to adjust my volume. Put it on speakers and then turn speakers down a little bit. Okay, speakers are on 60%. That should be perfect. Oh wow, this is really old school. You got to use ZX escape, up, down, left, right. Actual arrow keys, it looks like. Okay, confirm action. I will use E and then cancel. Okay, sorry. Let me full screen this and then actually capture the game. I'm being cringe is what I'm doing now. I'm being cringe. Apologies for that. But no, that's just how I feel. Like, I could boot up CS right now and try to play some Counter-Strike for you guys, but the reality is I would just get fucking washed, like, instantly. I would get fucked up because I'm telling you, man, everybody's just ridiculous on Counter-Strike now. They're like, having good aim is like not even special. It feels like you go into a lobby and 6 out of 10 people are going to have just ludicrously good aim. That's like, you just can't compete with it, you know? And I'm telling you, it's not just me being old. I promise you that, dude. Oh. Okay, so pause. Confirm action is E. I can actually do that on enter. And then WSAD for up, down, left, right. Pause on escape. Yeah, that works. Cancel and go back. Backspace. Actually, no, we'll leave it. Ah, perfect. I was looking for full screen. Full screen, yes. Okay, sweet. Already like the music. All right, let me find the perfect placement for my camera, which should be right around here. Should be out of the way of the text and everything. Each action ends your turn except for using items in your bag. You can use as many items as you like in a single turn and then select an action. Flashing enemy HP shows how much damage you will deal with a selected weapon item. You can disable the damage indicator in the game settings. Let me turn off this fucking window capture here. Shit's annoying. Game capture gets the job done. Pathetic dummy is waiting. Charges a devastating attack. Oh. Okay. I just reduced it to 1. Let's go. Goated strategy already. Slide this ever so slightly further out. That's good. Yeah, it's a good place for the camera. But online battle arenas, those kind of games are more of a personal skill, but online battle arenas and your teammates refuse to cooperate and does not want to think about team synergy really gets on my nerves. Ever try to play Warzone? Me and Dr. Crazy try to sometimes. Literally anyone you fight is some dude who plays COD while taking a dump and we get obliterated. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, like, competitive gaming is as boring as it's ever been, because unless you're just some hyper competitive, sweaty fucking, you know, just elite player, you're just going to get washed. You know, like the sense of casual online gaming is like virtually dead these days. It's kind of sad. Let's use the gun with the power of gun. Oh. Yeah, reload. End it. Noir. Oh shit. There we go. Is the camera too big, you guys? Or is it perfect how it is? I think it's perfect how it is, but I just want to make sure I'm totally out of the way of the subtitles and stuff here. And text boxes and all that. Noir. You didn't fall asleep, did you? Okay, I'm like, there we go. Dummy looks like me when I don't have mac and cheese for more than 2 hours. All hell breaks loose. I thought I saw something. Maybe I drank too much. Noir, I hope you're okay. I wanted to talk to you about something important later. And by the way, Esther, you messed up. Do you really think I wouldn't find out? Me? What are you talking about? About Monica. I didn't tell her anything. I don't know how she found out. Sure, whatever. I know exactly how. Hey, Ruggs, enough. She said it's not her fault. By the way, Noir, how did it go yesterday? Let's forget about it. I clocked out after a 14-hour shift, and the bitch told me that she didn't like how I worked. Ooh. Don't forget the meta. You can't even... Yeah, that's the other thing. You get into a team-based game, and before anybody's moved a fucking single step, they're like roasting you for your choice of character, like in Overwatch. Well, GG, go next, guys. This dumbass doesn't know how to play the meta. You know what I mean? It's like they're fucking roasting you for your character decisions before you even get a chance to fucking move or prove that you can play off meta. Next time, maybe give me a human-friendly shift. What do you think? Oops, maybe it was better if I'd stayed quiet. I'm not feeling very well. Esther, come here and give me a kiss. What kind of game is this? And we lost Trish. Now that I think about it, we're almost out of drinks. Noir, can you go to the kitchen for a second? There should be something left. Okay. Oh, wow. It's like this? Crap, how much did I drink? I can't stand up and the hallway seems to be moving. I even feel like I see someone in the dark. As if... Ooh. My skin. Where's my skin? What? I don't understand. How should I know where your skin is? You know exactly where it is. And you have to give it back to me. Until you do, I will show you things as they really are. You think it's a gift, don't you? But very soon you'll understand. Take these, you'll need them. You earn knife, you earn gun, you earn ammo, and nightshade. If I see you again and you don't have my skin, then I'll be the last thing you see. Good luck. Jesus. Okay. So that was like a prologue. And now we got the actual main menu. Oh wow, quit the game has a noose. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Why is my camera not coming back? Alright, the moon. Are you ready? Don't be afraid. The goddess watches over you. Percentage obtained in order to find the skin, 2. DA to view inventory and status. Each room can contain a series of events described below. Wow, I really love the music in this game, guys. Very cool. Again, let me just move my shit over here and we'll just stick with this for the stream. Hopefully I'm mostly out of the way over here. I try to usually just find a spot and stick to it, but with this game it's going to be kind of tough with all the text and stuff, but I just want to be out of the way of the UI mainly. Alright, bathroom. Face the follower of the false god. Observe the cult followers meeting. Take a shower. An unexpected event. So I guess these are the percentages? Oh no, it's the probabilities. Okay. The followers are gathering. You manage to hide before they see you. Kill a follower, you lose 2 HP. Offer a sacrifice. Leave without being seen. Without being seen, you move away and leave the room. Yeah, they're all wearing DT990s. Oh, hell yeah. Free 2%. Let's go, gamers. Face Trish. Meet the Hanged Man. Find ammo. An unexpected event. Okay, so we observed the cult followers meeting there, so the 20% probability we got. Okay, for some reason I thought that on the left was a razor blade. But it tricked me, it's just a bathroom. Like it's the room layouts. Okay, we met the Hanged Man. A man is hanging in the center of the room. It seems like he's still breathing. Requires a hunter's knife to attempt to free it. You lose 1 HP. Ignore him. Without saying anything, you walk away and leave the room. Okay. Everything seems calm. On the ground, you find a corpse covered in crimson fragments. You collect them and leave the room. You earn 9 fragments. Looks like the Blue's Clues guy. Steve, your memories become more vivid. New room unlocked. Kitchen. This is a really weird game, but I kind of love it. Okay, so here's Nadine. Why would we kill them, though? Do I have to? Nadine is waiting. Enemy defeated. You earn 8 fragments. 1 lunar fragment. Blood and bile. No Skin Man's curse intensifies. Enemy HP increased. We found the frog's lair. Frogs, we are the frogs. We are fond of those precious Shimmering fragments. Do you have any for us? We can offer valuable items found in the trash. Replace your melee weapon with the hunter's knife. I have 17. Okay, so we were gonna need that. Yeah, go ahead, clip it, dude. That was a bad one. Yeah, let's get this. Okay, so now we have the hunter's knife for the next time we find the hanged man. Shit. On the ground, you find some ammo. You collect them and leave the room. You earn ammo time. Just one? Come on. Cult chamber. Meet the Crimson Dancers. Priestess of the False God Cult. Dude, this game is really disturbing. Eight fragments, one lunar fragment, and golden bullet. Okay. Oh shit. God, dude, everywhere I put my camera, I'm in the way of something in this game. Sorry. Alright, I should officially be out of the way of everything now. We've moved all over the screen, and here's where we ended up. I need the hanged man. Mary. $11 fragments this time. Blood pouch. Gain 2 non-permanent max HP. Deal damage equal to the damage of the ranged weapon. Make deals with the long-gilled fish. That's what we got. Glub glub. We saw this in the trailer. How may I help you? Oh, okay, so you can also buy from it. Nightshade. Slightly increases the chance of escape. Strange pills. Oh, I can buy more than one. The bullets have the names on it. That's concerning. This might come in handy. This actually reminds me a lot of Yume Nikki. Okay, please be hanged, man. Damn it. On the ground, you find some ammo. Another ×1. I have the hunter's knife now, so I should be able to cut the hanged man down. Face the no-skin man. A little bit too early for that. Esther again. She has a lot of HP. Okay, charges a devastating attack. So this is where you use this. Any damage you would take in the next turn becomes 1. Alright. Clutch. And then we're just going to use the knife. Oh shit. I did not realize I could miss, but I should have accounted for that. And... Alright. As long as she didn't charge, we were good anyway, but... Another Nightshade. Nice. Those are good. No skin man's... Okay, enemy HP is up again, but so is ours. To be fair. Hanged man, please. Damn it. I don't want to blow through my ammo. But I need the damn it. Oh my god, you piece of shit. Okay. Please don't miss. Clutch. Okay. I have to re-heal after this big time. Frog's Lair, please. Oh god. In these cases, the only chance of survival is to escape. Oh, goodbye. Oh. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I have to heal big time, dude. It won't let me use these, though. Medkit and blessings. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well. 30% chance. I have to, dude. All right, you can go for now. I had to do it, dude. Sorry. You try to cross the hallway, but something hides in the darkness. It's approaching, getting closer and closer. I mean, dude. I'm just fucked. I might have just enough to... Oh, no, that's so much. I still have to... Four. Okay. Please don't miss. Okay, that was huge. You son of a... Okay. Oh, this is so bad, dude. I'm just gonna be safe. Kick the skin guy's nuts, so I'm just gonna be safe and do this. Okay. Now please don't miss. Okay. Medikit. Oh, thank God. We needed that so bad, dude. The hallway's finally free. Your memories flow like a river as you cross it. You're finally in a new area. Your experience begins to pay off. New action unlocked. Talk. Talk to the enemy does not end the turn. Every time you face an enemy, they might have something new to say. Additionally, certain specific situations can lead to unexpected conversations. Okay, well, we're going to be using that, like, instantly. Crawling fossil. You son of a bitch. End it. Yes. I really like this game, man. This is like Yume Nikki plus Earthbound or Mother 3, you know? A little bit of Silent Hill in there too. Another Blood and Bile. Feels like one you have to do all in one shot though. I don't know if it has saves or checkpoints or anything. Meet a girl similar to you. Long gilled fish, please. Damn it. Well, we have to escape. 40% chance. Easy. Let's go. Every time. Easy every time. In front of you, there are floating guts. They have a proposition for you. Your max HP will be halved and enemies will have 1/3 fewer HP. I don't know if that's worth it. I have 9, so it would take it down to 5 or 4. But the enemies would have way lower health too. Nah. You decline the offer and slowly back away. Said, I want no part of this. Leave me out of this. This also reminds me a lot of the milk inside a bag of milk games too. Very disturbing in an interesting way. I'd feed him a laxative. Fair. Fair and acceptable. Meet the cowboy. Find ammo. It's gonna be Trish. Son of a bitch. Trish the Faceless. What the fuck? Speak with the enemy doesn't end the turn. I lost my innocent face, and it's all your fault, you filthy whore. But at least now I know who you really are. Do I still have ammo? I don't, so I need to be careful here. When you have the bleeding status, you take 1 additional damage every time the enemy attacks. Status is removed after the battle or when you restore HP. Okay, well I don't have time anymore. 9 fragments, 1 lunar, and some ammo. Okay. Dude, I need the fish really bad here, but it's probably going to be the fucking leg hold traps and then I'll be dead. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to use this to help me escape. Never mind, didn't need it. Let's go. 40% chance. Dude, 56. We could stack it. Yes, we got the frogs. The frogs don't seem to be particularly healthy, but they still have something to offer you. Pirate's Gun replaces your ranged weapon with the Pirate's Gun. Low chance of jamming, base damage 3, low chance of a critical hit. When you're attacked, deal 1 damage to the enemy. When you're about to die, you come back to life with half of your HP. Oh god, the Pirate's Gun is so expensive, dude. Do I go for straight up damage or... I'm gonna do it. Okay, we got 1 extra max HP. What? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Oh my god, I've been in the way of chat this whole time. Jesus, man. What a mess. Here, I'm just gonna do this. I needed to make just 4 lines. Okay, so there will be just 4 lines of chat. Okay. Sorry. I'm a mess tonight, but we're going to get it together. I'm just playing with you. A truly unexpected event. Oh, we got like one of the 1% unexpected events. Rugs the Brainless. Well, that's... Takes aim. Don't miss. Oh, yes. I should have talked. 9 fragments, 1 lunar, and cigarettes. Mary, Master of Knives. The pain of these blades is nothing compared to what I feel. The only thing that will make me feel better is for you to disappear forever. Okay, so let's do that. I mean, this thing is really strong. I'm not risking it. We're just gonna... No. I am risking it. Fuck yes, let's go. It could have jammed, it could have missed, but we're good. 13 fragments, 1 lunar, and 2 blood pouches. Huge. Yeah, let's go, dude. God, I really need to find fragments and also in the center of the room floats the bleeding mirror. You can't look away. Break the mirror or keep staring at it. Suffer poison 4. You strike the mirror, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. The goddess notices your gesture and rewards you with a gift. Ooh, increases the damage of your melee weapon but reduces its accuracy by 10. You suffer poison 2. Every time you use the item cigarettes, inflict 3 additional damage or max HP plus 2. I'm gonna do this. I'm taking the max HP, gamers. Safety first, let's go. We got 3 rows of health now. Deals with the long-gilled fish, I hope. Yes. Finally, can you hear me? I am the fish with long gills. Sometimes I say nonsensical things, don't mind me, but now let's get down to business. I have some goods with me. Are you interested in anything? Give me that for sure. That's gonna come in handy. And hell yeah, dude. That was perfect. We needed that all big time. Okay. That golden bullet is going to be so clutch, dude. We're going to need that. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was eventually going to jam. Okay. Okay. Nice. We'll take it. More blood pouches too. Damn, we're actually surviving pretty well, although I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Find a med kit and blessings. Maybe? On the ground there's yes, a first aid kit. Goddess is watching over you. Your weapon's accuracy has increased. Max HP increased by 1. Non-permanent HP obtained 3. Dude, that was insane. Super lucky. Ooh, we could do it again. Oh my god, we actually got it again. Another first aid kit. Another max ammo increase. Clutch, dude. Clutch! Huge! Sorry. I forgot the echo was on 100%. I'm fucking popping off, dude. Oh god. You try to leave the basement, but something lurks in the darkness. You are not alone. Oh my god. Well, she has a lot of HP. Good lord. Well, I have 2 med kits now. But we have a lot of non-permanent HP, so we can actually kind of tank this. I'm gonna do it. Okay, well that's just fucking great. Unleash multiple attacks. 3 times in a row. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Nice. Fucking jammed again. And heals. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna have to escape this shit because... %16%? Dude, that's so low. I was doing so well and the game just fucking destroyed me. Do you have any idea what you're doing? All this could be irreversible if you don't stop. Now it's up to me to prevent it from happening. It does 0. So the melee weapon doesn't do anything. %28. Oh, 28%. Let's go. That was crazy. Like a worse than a 3 out of 10 chance, and we escaped. You pass through the ajar door and notice that something is wrong. You're in a new area, but you can't tell if you're awake or dreaming. Yeah, man, that was close. Your experience begins to pay off. New action. Trade. Ask the enemy for resources. 1 trade per turn doesn't end the turn. Obtain resources from enemies by offering them something in return. Not available with all enemies. The blade, the fingers, and roses. Reborn. Cut. The boundary. You're not one of us. You're not dressed like us. Oh, wow, that was huge. No ammo, though, but I have some, I think. Nope. .100 accuracy. Stealing the... Oh my god, he stole my golden bullet, you piece of shit. Give me it back, dude. Alright, in exchange, I want the first item in your inventory, which is blood pouch. Cool, take it. And die. Serotonin, okay. Find ammo, hopefully. Nope. Trish. Man, that golden bullet getting stolen is so shitty. When you have fatigue, every damage you would deal to the enemy is reduced by 1 for each level of fatigue. It's also reduced by 1 when you successfully perform a trade. So it just does 0 damage now. Alright, in exchange I want your HP too, to be precise. Gave me ammo. Oh, 7 though, that was huge. Worth. Don't jam. Okay. Totally worth. Dude, we're on a razor's edge here. You're about to leave when you notice something shining in the darkness. God, dude. I still have this, so I'm gonna have to use it. Okay, and then... Not interested, okay. The moon. The moon will never fall. Okay, you can have that shit. Die. Explodes upon and did fucking damage to me. What the hell? Hey, we got our golden bullet back. Huge. Find heart-shaped glasses. I'm unrecognizable, aren't I? I feel the scales slithering and my tongue twisting, and yet this has always been me. In exchange, I want... Okay, you can have that. Fucking jammed. Adds parasite to your inventory. What? Yes. Okay. God, we're so... Dude, every single time in these fights, we're like one action away from dying. Heart glasses. New room unlocked. Cover your face. Max HP +1. What does this do? Gain 1 shield point. Okay. Fish, please. Yes, dude, we have so many. Okay. I've been told that you've been as alert as if all the dry branches on the ships held seas and mountains. This is truly the end. A belt has lost a point, the leaf of the sea drop. Oh, you must forgive me. Sometimes I say nonsensical things. Don't mind me. But now let's get down to business. I have some goods with me. Are you interested in anything? Hell fucking yes, I am. Everything you have. Absolutely everything you have. How do I use these lunar fragments? That I don't know. The frog's lair. The parasite removes the first item in your inventory. Nooses don't talk. Well. Sure. Do I have a cigarette? Offer them to the moon guys, maybe? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, dude, these low chances. Let's go. Please be the frog's lair this time. Not the fucking nooses again, dude. And they stole my golden bullet. Oh, we're dead. Okay. We're dead. Okay. I had to guarantee the survival. Yeah, they kind of look like leeches. I can see why. You would think that. Can't. Yeah, you don't have the necessary resources. I would die. I can't offer my health. Well. Oh my god, the chance is so low, dude. This is so terrible. Okay, this has to hit. It did 0 because she had a shield. Oh, crit. Let's go. That was huge. Whew. We have literally 1 HP, man. I know, dude. This is so bad. Okay, yeah, we're dead now, dude. Okay. The hidden values. Don't be fooled by the numbers you see. Reflect on everything you've gained so far. She has a shield too. Oh, absorbed HP. That's bullshit. All right. I'm going to hit enter and... Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we still alive, dude? Everything seems calm. On the ground are the remains of a corpse wearing strange glasses. Okay, so we have the shield points again. Heal the wounds. So please, we need this so bad, dude. Oh no. How sorry I am, or maybe not. Dej. We tried, guys. We tried. And so this is the end of everything, but don't worry, I can bring you back. You just have to fulfill your mission. Hold on. I see you're carrying lunar fragments with you. I can unlock your memories if you give me some, and remember, everything you unlock here is permanent. Whoa, there's so many of these. Defeating it will allow you to recruit it. Oh, so this is what the lunar fragments are for. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna do Let's Make a Deal 3 if I can. Oh, I can buy multiple of these. Okay. So I think it's going to reset me now. Yeah. But I have a lot of extra stuff now. Man, this is actually a really fascinating game. I'm not going to lie. This is like, I'm actually really curious to see what the hell is going on here. Because I have no idea. Really, again? I can't talk either because I had to unlock that. Okay, that'll work. This actually reminds me a lot of Lost in Vivo too, in a good way. Just that really unsettling ambient music, you know what I mean? Of course you would. Strange pills, that's the 1 HP recovery. We'll take it. Frog's Lair might be helpful. No, of course not. 50-50, we'll take it. Tylenol, yeah. That's all it is. It's actually just Midol. So you don't have any gas. She has a lot of HP. This is not good. Don't miss. Yes. Took the risk. Let's go. Frog's Lair, please. I don't want to face sharp knives again. There we go. Okay. Gun and torch. Replace your ranged weapon with gun and torch when attacking. Oh, we need to do this too. I can get both. Yeah. No, I have not seen Halloween Ends, but we should definitely watch it in the Discord. Everything seems calm. You decide to relax a bit by taking a shower. You recover 1/3 of your max HP. You get dressed and leave the room. Well, that would have come in handy last playthrough. But I didn't get that lucky. Let's see. The dancer on your right. I am Nee, the dancer on your left, and I am Pat, the dancer in the center. We are the Crimson Dancers. Never truly trust our words. We are here. Indeed, why are we here? We are here by the will of the goddess. But how? I just wanted to have a snack. See, did you find the peanut butter I like so much? What is going on in this game, dude? You ate it all. Leave some for me next time. Enough now, girls. The goddess has chosen us as her messengers and you as her weapon. Accept the gifts we bring you, but be careful. You can choose only one. Yeah, only one. But where did the rhinoceros carcass go? I saw it around here. Gain 3 shield points. Increase the maximum ammo of your ranged weapon by 1 and reload it by 1. Every time you use the item cigarettes, inflict 3 additional damage. 20 fragments. You will earn gunpowder times 2. I'm gonna take this. It is, dude. It's like perfect for any time of the day. Ooh, gun and torch. Nice. Damage 2. Accuracy is lower, though. You're about to leave when you notice something shining in the darkness. Of course. Why, dude? End it. Yes. Exploded, but it didn't do shit because I have shield points. Let's go. And got a golden bullet. Easy. Easy as fuck. Let's go. Okay, please, medkit and blessings. Yes. Weapons accuracy increased. Max HP by 2. Shit, damn, that was huge. Very, very lucky there. Emergency dagger. If you okay, I'm gonna get Hunter's knife because we're gonna need that for the hanged man. Remember, if I can run into the hanged man, I can actually use the Hunter's knife. Hey, no problem, Dr. Red. Of course you would. Oh. What? I don't have any. Die. Easy. I lost all my shield points, but we're still chilling. Can it not be? Oh my god, dude, this is impossible. Yeah, like how am I supposed to beat this? $11. Yeah, and she has like 9. This is... Like, this is just bullshit, dude. Just gonna heal every single time, huh? Heal. Like, this is just impossible, literally. Well, it's a 100% chance, so let's get the fuck up out of here. Okay, now we can talk. We're in the second area. Yeah. Why, dude? Why? Like, I think I'm just dead after I do this. Fuck it. So as long as I have the crimson fragments, I'm good. I won't actually die. God, this is so rough. Yeah, like we're just dead here, dude. We're just fucked. Take a nap, hopefully. Okay, the deer-headed man stares intensely at you. He has an offer for you, provided you have those precious fragments. With much more energy than before, you leave the room. Fair. In front of you, there are floating guts. The air becomes heavier and you can barely breathe, but you're confident it will be the same for your enemies. Yeah, that's actually a good deal this time around because we got screwed on virtually everything so far. One bullet, yay. I mean, it's helpful, but still. Oh, it was 7. Never mind. Bitch. Let's go. And gunpowder, too, to make it more powerful. Easy. Okay. Got extremely lucky there. I could have easily died. We're chilling. Cigarettes, okay. That was a really low chance, actually. It was super lucky. Don't have enough for the frogs. The deer-headed man would help. Okay, we're actually in decent shape now. We were basically just dead on 1 HP, but we're alright now. Noir from a previous timeline. Do you really believe the moon can bring you back? You're just a copy and I'm destined for eternal suffering. Easy. Gummy bears. I don't even know what that does. Ah, this is so bad. Oh my god. Well. Yeah, I know I can't hit him. Wow, 24% and we fucking escaped. That's actually crazy. Please not again. Okay. First aid kit, weapon accuracy increase, max HP by 1, shield points 2, huge. We got lucky twice in a row last time too. I don't know if we're going to again, but re-roll it. We did, let's go. Twice in a row. It's this again. Yeah, there's like a 0% chance I can actually escape this, so. The one you call a false god. He's held the world together since time immemorial. What makes you think you're right? I mean, when they heal, like, how am I supposed to beat that shit? It's just impossible, dude. Just get me out of here. Wow, 14. So they show up when you're moving to a new area, but God. Fish is perfect here. Let's go. Uh, 20. Oh, nice. That way, when they try to steal shit, that's actually huge. I need both. I need ammo more. That's gonna have to be good for now. In front of you, there are floating arms. They have pendants to offer you, but everything has a price. Okay. Well, goodbye. That necklace, are you on our side? Hey, yeah, that crimson necklace came in handy. That's actually huge. Dude, I need to keep that on me at all times. Pretty sure it's a permanent stat boost, but yeah. There we go. Remove that shit. Easy. This game, it has a very, like, oppressive atmosphere to it as well. For being such a simple game, it definitely invokes the same disturbing stuff that you see in, like, Mother 3. And Earthbound, because Earthbound and Mother 3 have equally disturbing stuff, especially once you start to read into, like, all the fan theories about it and stuff. It's a pretty big rabbit hole, actually. And a lot of it might be bullshit, but I don't know. A lot of it seems very intentional, too. Hey, welcome back, Dr. Red. We actually survived. We had 1 HP for like 3 encounters and we somehow survived. Don't ask me how. Oh, that was so lucky. Holy shit. Beast of the Underworld. Take it. Oh my, I can't attack anymore. Yeah, it just does 0 now. Oh, perform a trade with the enemy. Okay. Okay, so we have to do a trade again. No, dude. Okay. That was annoying. Actually, it looked like some Five Nights at Freddy's shit there, too. Please ammo, dude. That's like all I'm asking for. He's dipping something into a red liquid. Attack the bishop. You lose 3 HP. The followers flee in panic, and you take the opportunity to approach the altar and drink the strange blood. Ranged weapon damage increase. After things have calmed down, you leave the room. Yeah, he was just hiding. It's like, come on out, little guy. Come on. Huge. We got the ammo. We're 80%. I think we're actually further than last time now. Oh, massive. Oh, God. They are dead. That's the dagger I needed for that. Oh, my God. Ooh, I can get both of these. I'm gonna get that. That seems really useful. They're making a new one called Secret of the Mimic. Is it gonna be similar to the one you were playing? What was it? Security Breach? That one seemed crazy. That was like a whole ass like open world first person game. Accept the gifts. You can choose only one. Okay. 1 HP after every battle. Stackable. I'm gonna do this. This could keep me alive. Alright, dude. We're getting there. Medkit and blessings, please. Oh, yes. Ooh, I could... Oh, huge. You son of a bitch for stealing that. We got serotonin, though. That is some HP restoration. Oh, God, dude. This is bad. Oh, yeah, and it did the damage to her, too. Massive. That was so clutch. Okay. Get her out of here. Okay. Yeah, we pretty much just have to leave here because these things can heal. Don't heal. Okay. Huge. Let's go. That was the only one of those really tough enemies that appears after the encounter I've actually been able to kill. That was crazy. You know, when I was a child once at summer camp, they tried to make me drink hydrogen peroxide. I wasn't that mean. At most, I just had fun teasing the other kids. I remember once there was a boy playing on the slide. I looked him straight in the eyes and said, you know, one day you won't remember me. I was convinced I had said something so profound to him, but he didn't react at all. Meh. He'll probably forget me one day too, in this conversation. So try to live every moment and make it precious, alright? Oh, I almost forgot. I found this in the hallway. I think it's yours. You can access memories from the Dream Diary, a game mode you can select when starting a new game. 94, wow. Finally, just you and me. I was so bored. How about we play a game? I'll give you 5 turns to kill me. When time's up, you lose. Boo-hoo. Good luck. Oh. Because I had that acid... What? Because I had that acid reflux thing, it killed her. That wasn't very fun. Come on, you can do better. I'll give you another 5 turns. Aren't I nice? Good luck. Okay, well clearly this is impossible. Oops, time's up. I'm so sorry. Looks like we can't play together anymore. Goodbye. What? That killed me? No, dude. Well, we have lunar fragments now, so let's add more stuff. Okay. If you're convinced, you can always refuse. Leave it to Noir to decide what to do. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh my god, it reset me, son of a... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to call it for tonight, but I hope that it actually like saves progress. I don't really know how that works in this game. I'll have to see. It might just reset every single time, but we'll have to see. Either way, this was a very, very interesting game. This was a super, super interesting game. I'm kind of fascinated by it, and I would love to actually see it through to the end, just to see what the hell is actually going on in the story, you know what I mean? I just really want to know at this point. But your boy Stampede G has work very early in the morning, so I appreciate everybody hanging out. Dr. Red's already got me on the Discord link. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and break the chains on room 302 and free everybody in 3, 2, 1.